Hey everybody, MorbTron here, and welcome to my guide on how to get yourself the Ruinous Effigy. At the end of the actual guide, I'm going to go over specifics on what this exotic actually does, and a quick first impression on the weapon itself. But the TLDR version it's a trace rifle that lets you slam dunk balls on people's faces, and that sounds like fun, right? So let's get to the guide. The first part, where you pick up the quest initially, is just off of the thing on the wall next to the Umbral Decoder, next to the Drifter in the tower. When you go to pick up your interference quest for the week, you'll also have the exotic quest to pick up, and the first part of it is just to complete that weekly quest. So that's probably the longest part of this, is just getting that done. And of course, this will all be done quicker in a group, just to get through that mission quicker. So grab a buddy or two and get this thing for yourselves. But once you complete the first part, just completing the interference mission for the week, it is on to step 2. Now, the second part of the mission to get yourself this weapon is probably the least straightforward of them all. You need to collect 25 Calcified Light and destroy 15 of Savathun's marionettes. And the marionettes are basically just special champions that spawn in either during the heroic portion of a contact public event, or as kind of high value targets throughout areas where you can get the contact public event, but where it's not currently active. Meaning that currently, as an example, week 1 of being able to get this weapon, the contact public event is on like the first area, we'll call it, on Titan, where Sloan is at. You cannot find these as high-value targets there, but anywhere else on Io specifically, or even the other portion of Titan, you can find them as high-value targets roaming around. That is a much more efficient way to do so. As far as the Calcified Light go, I will now show you exactly where all of them are. If you don't want to be shown where all of their locations are and would rather find them on your own, skip ahead to the timestamp listed on screen right now. But, well, here's all the Calcified Lights. And after all that, here's an example of what the marionettes look like. They're basically just champions, like I said. Now, I was on Io, on the Rupture, waiting for these things to spawn in, and I was there for probably about 30 minutes or so, give or take, waiting for all these to spawn to get all 15. It doesn't take that long to do, and they do spawn in quite regularly. Basically, anytime that something spawns in, it'll say something on the bottom left-hand side of the screen, something about maybe like taken blade, or taken shield disruptor, or taken something is happening on the bottom left-hand corner. Or, in the case of the Rupture, even when the enemies are warring against each other, if you kind of fight through the couple waves of enemies that there will be a marionette in the final wave of that. So basically, you might have a little bit of downtime here and there of a minute or two, but they're pretty much spawning in constantly. You kind of see an example of what one of those encounters looks like. Now, what I will say is if you are in a public space and there are multiple people here trying to do this, do not just go in and just nuke the thing. Let everybody tag it. Be a good guardian, be a good person, let people tag these so they can get credit for it. It doesn't help you out any to just instantly murder them and screw over everybody else in the lobby. And now we are on to step 3 of the quest, the most self-explanatory part. Now, all you have to do is complete either Gambit or Gambit Prime or Reckoning, and get Void kills and Precision multi-kills. Now, I used a Kindled Orchid to do 2 birds with 1 stone kind of deal. I used a primary weapon, something that I knew I was going to get a lot of Precision multi-kills with, be super accurate, never run out of ammo, that sort of thing. Personally, I went into Tier 2 Reckoning first, and then once I got my Precision multi-kills and Void kills mostly done, like above 90%, I jumped into 1 match of Gambit Prime, made sure I was just decked out in everything Void, and got all of it done in just 2 Reckoning runs and 1 Gambit Prime completion. We did win that match. I don't know if that had anything to do with it, but I don't think so. And if not, then just a couple more games of Gambit should do it anyway. As far as the next part of this, after you complete this step, all you have to do is just go back to the Prismatic Recaster and turn it in, and you're done. Now, as far as my first impressions on this weapon go, this thing is hilariously fun. I can use words, I promise. And has a lot of potential with the Catalyst as far as PvE goes. Crucible, we'll see. That'll be tomorrow's video. We'll do an in-depth review on it. But that is going to be it for this video. So if you liked it, hit the like button for me. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you're new here, subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. But do not forget to have a good day, everybody, and I will catch you all next time.